Hello, this is HL Laser. Today I will show you how to set up HL 1060S laser machine. At first, I would like to introduce the machine for you. Here we have the HL laser machine user guide. Please read it before we start to use this laser. It's very important. And here, this is the control panel, radar RD6445 model. And this red button is the e-stop. When there's an emergency, you can press down to stop the machine. On the right side is the laser switch. This is control the laser output. On the right side of the machine, from top to down, this is the outlet switch of the back. When you press the button down, this two power socket is working. This USB socket is for U-disc. When you have U-disc with cutting file or engraving file, insert the U-disc and the controller can read the file from the U-disc. The next one is the USB. That's the USB connection to the laptop. The bottom one is the Ethernet socket. When you put the RJ45 cable with the connection to your laptop. At the back of the machine, this is the power socket of input. Is the 220 watt or 240 watt. If you have the 110 voltage at home outlet, we can either use a transformer. Above is the output power socket. This is for the compressor or the exhaust fan. Please don't connect the water chiller to this socket. All three. Okay. A quick tip: if the local voltage is not stable, please use a voltage stabilizer to ensure there's no electronic shock to break the machine power supply. Open the back housing. You will see the laser tube, and you can see many forms of sponge was filled around the tube to keep it safe during transportation. It's the mirror A. Before start to use the laser machine, you need to remove the anti-dust bag of the mirror A. Also the bag from the laser tube lens. For the anti-dust bag of the mirror A, please be careful. The adjust knob at the back of the mirror. Please be careful while handling removing the anti-dust bag, because the adjust knob of the bag is control the mirror reflecting directions. Please do not touch the adjustment knob when remove the bags. Then remove the foams or sponge around the laser tube. Okay, in this status, we can go to the front of the machine and to disassemble the bed over laser head. Open the machine lid. We will see a red bed. This is to fix the laser head to prevent it moving during transportation. And now we can release it. Remove the anti-dust bag as the mirror A. This mirror called mirror B, and this mirror called mirror C. The laser pass coming from mirror A, then to the mirror B, and finally to the mirror C, and then goes through the lens to the material surface. In most cases, the laser pass was aligned, so you don't have to align the mirrors or calibrate the laser pass. I want to highlight something here. This one is the autofocus. This one is the radar pointer. Some customer leave the table, but he didn't take care of the autofocus, and autofocus was get stuck into the hardcopy. That caused the autofocus was damaged. So when you leave the table, please make sure the autofocus was taken care of. If you live in country of USA or Canada, Japan, the voltage is 110 or 120. You will have to need a transformer to enable the laser machine work correctly. For US customer or Canada, you will see two power cable. One is the plug type B, and one is the plug type I. For power cable, with plug type B, you need use it for one time. Just use it for leave the machine table. With the transformer, you will need to use the power cable plug type I, and I will pull out the transformer from the toolbox. This is a transformer with a plug type B. This is the plug will plug into the outlet of the home. This is a plug type I. This will connect to the transformer in this socket. And the other side of the power cable will connect to the machine input outlet. In case in the 110 or 120 countries you don't use this transformer, you have some problem like the cutting mode for 220 to 240 volt. You have the continuous lines. If you just use the 110 or 120 volt, you have the breaking lines like this. Another problem is the light or the LED light. You will find the LED light was dim instead of the good lighting. The second step, I will show how to connect the machine to water chiller. In this shot, HL laser cutter. On the other side is the water chiller, and water in of the HL laser cutter to the water out of the water chiller. The water out of HL laser cutter to the water in of water chiller. Now I remove the power pipe from the hole. You will need to remove the cap before plug to the water chiller. And okay, and then I will connect the water out of the laser machine to water in or the inlet of the water chiller. And the water in of the laser machine to the water out of the chiller or the outlet of the water chiller. Please read the nameplate of the chiller. Here you will see the voltage, okay, here, and the frequency. For this chiller is the 220 volt. It can work on at voltage of 220 country or the 240 volt country. For customer from United States or Canada, the voltage will be 110 or 120. It's okay. You just plug it to the home outlet. It's okay. You don't need the transformer. the socket of the chiller. Then, in order to exhaust polluted air, we will need to install foil flexible duct. When you remove the back door, please be careful because the line was connected to the fan. You need to remove it lightly. This is accessory box. You will need these screws inside the box. Repeat the other three to fix the exhaust hose. After the screw was fastened, then we install the foil flexible duct. This job is very easy, but I just show you the whole picture how it works. So after that, it's all done. You can check it the flexible duct to the window or laser film extractor. All this we done is to keep you safe from the polluted air. And last, we'll assemble the back door back to the machine. This is the air pump. It's 220 to 240 voltage, and this you need to connect to the back socket of the machine. And then connect the air pipe to the pump. Now, while in the step 3, I will hook up the main power switch. Before start the laser machine, please make sure this switch, the back outlet switch, was active. This is like active, and this is close, active. The same, twist the e-stop to active. The machine will start to work. laser head is finding its home way on the top left. After its home, it'll go to the work home or work coordinates. This switch called X-axis home switch or limit switch, and this one is called Y-axis home switch. Laser head finds home way to the origin point. It will trigger the X-axis home switch, also the Y-axis home switch. If you hear the click sound when the laser head go to the home point, it's because either the X-axis home switch not triggered or the Y-axis home switch not triggered. Follow the machine power on. Before switch power of water chiller, please check the level of the coolant. The level divided into alarm, normal and full. We'll need a level in the normal level, and now you can see the water is here in the normal. If the coolant filled less in the alarm, normally it will have the red alarm light. So we suggest the coolant need to be in the normal, like here. Switch on the water chiller. Green light means the water chiller is working correctly and the compressor is working to cool down the coolant. A highlight for the water chiller. Normally we need to wait 60 to 90 seconds to enable coolant goes through the entire tube, and make sure there's no air bubble inside the tube. Then start the laser working. I will insert a U-disc into this USB socket. I choose one file for the demo cutting and copy to the controller. Okay, now the file was copied into the controller and showed in the display. The step 7, put the material on the machine table. Please make sure the material was flat instead wrapped, and move the laser head to the center of the material. I will show the wrong way from the customer. If you put the material at the edge of the laser head and the autofocus was outside the edge of material, like this. If you do the autofocus. Now the probe of autofocus will get stuck inside the honeycomb. That will broke the autofocus. So this way is correct. Then press the focus button and confirm. Then the machine bed will lift automatically and find the focus point. The focus process is going up when the autofocus was, the switch was triggered. It will going down again to the focal point. After autofocus ready, you will need to move the laser head to origin of the work coordinates and press the origin button at the control panel. Since now the laser head will start working from here, right the right pointer here. You will need to close the machine lid and make sure this red open lid switch was active when the machine lid down. Okay. Laser is dangerous if you expose to the laser directly. So close the machine lid is the safe way to keep you from the hurt of the laser. And then insert the laser key to activate the laser. Okay, turn the 这是90度吗？对。哦。Turn the key 90 degree to activate the laser. Please make sure the key was 90 degree turned. If this way the laser was not work, make sure this on the 90 degrees. Okay. Okay, the final step is to press the green start button to start your job. This is the entire process to set up each laser machine. If you have any questions or problems, please kindly contact us. Thank you very much.